What's up, everybody? Trinity here, and welcome back to the Second Street Marvel for today's comic book review. And today we're going to be talking about Red Rooster issue number 1. This book is being published by Allegiance Arts and Entertainment. This book can be found at Walmart. Yeah, that's Walmart put in these little sidekicks there in their stores. You can typically find them in the book sections at most places where they put these in. These books were once on Indiegogo as crowdfunded campaigns. So, you know, they got these things out there into Walmart. Now, I know a lot of people feel a lot of different ways about that. I'm going to share a couple of my feelings about that here at the very end. I'll tell you one thing that I don't like about these is that here, no matter what comic book it is, you got these stickers right here. They got these stickers right here when they've got the price right there on the back. Now, these books are $4.98 as opposed to the typical $3.99 that we get with a lot of, you know, like the Marvel, DC books out there. Your regular books out there are normally $3.99. Sometimes some of them will come out at $4.99 as well if they're a little bit thicker books. These have, I believe, 24 pages of art in them. It's got a couple of advertisements here in the back. Nothing too major. Here at the back as well, they've got this nice little story kind of telling you about, I don't know, I guess you could say what led to the creation of this character in this comic book, if you will. It's something kind of a cool little story. Now, I gotta say, the quality of paper that they use on these books is really nice too. What they use on the cover is apparently the same thing they use on the inside pages, like the same weight of paper. It's nice. The print on them is nice. The ink on them is nice, everything. So let's get right into this. Red Rooster is being, the art and story is by Mitch Breitweiser. Mark Pellegrini is the writer. Mitch Breitweiser is on the cover. Elizabeth Breitweiser is the colorist. Chris Kendrick is on design and layout. Mitch Breitweiser is the creator. Eric Weathers is the letterer. Hernan Octavio is the color flatter, and Patrick Stiles is the editor. I'll go ahead and show you all of those names right there where you can check that out. Okay, and you can see a little bit of the art there in this first page. What we open up on is this man. He's sitting there having a funeral for what we find out is his dog as he's walking away to get out of town at this point. You know, you can see he's kind of down. You know, he obviously lost his best friend. You know, it's his dog, right? So he's leaving, and we see he's getting ready to go hop onto a train. But there's this little boy there who's kind of being bullied by this big burly man who's stealing his 35 cents from him. This takes place in like the 1930s, so 35 cents is a lot back then. This little kid's trying to hitch a ride or something to get out of town. Maybe he's trying to hop on this train. So this guy's trying to jack him for his stuff, and we see this man intervenes in the thing, and the kid, helps the kid out, keeps him from getting jacked for his money. And the kid's like, "Hey, thanks a lot, mister. Could you sign this card?" And his Red Rooster card, and that's basically where we find out that this man is the man once known as Red Rooster, and that's where we flash back to in time. We flash back to a different time when Red Rooster is there chasing down Motormouth. Motormouth is the villain. He's here after we see him there with Strong Boy. They're chasing him there. It's a nice little exciting, motorcycle, chase. And we see that they get him, and then it turns into being, the next scene. It's like this news story that we see some kids in a theater watching. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. And then we get it. Then you start to get like a little advertisement here, and that's kind of where it picks up. And we see that it's taking place back in, like I said, like the 1930s, and that's kind of to set up the introduction to the characters here, where we kind of see that that's really the reality that we're in, where this guy ends up being like a real superhero. These films are based on this real superhero, and he's actually shooting these commercials for Kapow Cola, and a whole lot of different things going on here. So obviously he's like a superhero, real life superhero. People know who he is, and he's kind of become famous and these kinds of things because media at this time in the 1930s was starting to boom. Movie theaters and newspapers, tabloids, and things like that. So I don't know, just pretty interesting setup here. We get introduced, kind of to the real life of these other of his sidekicks, which one of them, I believe her name is Midnight, from the best that I can get on here, and then also Strong Boy. And the introductions here are really good. They kind of last. They're lasting. They really sit on you as you're introduced to these characters. I like it. I like this story. And then obviously there, what are the good guys without the bad guys? We find out there's some bad guys that are breaking out of jail and they're all getting ready to get together and pull off a heist and all that stuff, right? Come on. Anyway, guys, I really do like this book. You can see some of the art there, the story. I thought the story here was pretty good. One of the things I will say about here that they've got the art here is good, the coloring is good, the story is good, everything about this book is pretty good. One of the things I really liked about, they were talking about mentioning that guy with the layouts is there's a scene right here where the guy we see, Red Rooster there on set shooting this commercial. And then, it cuts and, because the director's there talking mid-sentence and then he's talking about, he's like, we better hurry and get these lines out before, and then you flip to the next page and the guy's saying, lunch! Just little things like that for the layouts and stuff like that. I mean, they do this in a lot of books, but it's something that, you kind of notice at times in books and things. I mean, it's the little things that make a difference. Altogether, guys, I thought Red Rooster was a very good book. Very interesting story. The art in here was really good. Again, I thought it just good altogether. But let me know, have you read Red Rooster? Is that something that sounds interesting to you? Like I said, it's like an old-timey kind of book, like old school superhero and stuff, and I don't know, I thought it was pretty good. Now, as I said, these things are available at Walmart. A lot of people I know feel out there differently about things, but supporting the local comic book shops, I get it. Right now, comics aren't, as of the recording of this video, new comic books are out at local comic book shops yet. So, these are something, not even to really like take the place of that, but I mean, there's new comic books out there. I'm not going to spend a fortune, supporting Walmart with buying comics. I mean, they've only got four books out there, and they're coming out once a month. I'm still going to be supporting my local comic shop and things like this. Now, like I said, a lot of people have a lot of different feelings when it comes to these books being available at Walmart. And the thing is, I get some people don't want to even spend money at Walmart, but there are people in other areas of the country here in the United States. If you're watching this, I'm not sure if these are available in Walmarts overseas, but it's something available to people in areas who don't have local comic shops. So hey, this could still be somebody's gateway into the comic book shops. And let's face it, Marvel and DC, they have their books in Walmart anyway. So hey, I mean, come on. Walmart's not going to put the local comic book shop out of business, because all of us comic book nerds, we're going to be there supporting our local comic book shop because they've got all the books that we want, all those indies and all those other ones, the trade paperbacks, all those ones that we can't get at Walmart, all that delicious goodness that we all love so much. But anyway, guys, let me know down in the comments below, have you read Red Rooster? Have you read Red Rooster? If so, is it something, if not, is it something that might interest you? If so, what did you think about it? And let me know what you think about the comic books thing, at Walmart, down in the comments below. That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Second Street Marvel. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, click the little bell and all of that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, or a thumbs down. It's all good. I'm not going to look into it that much, but while you're at it, make sure that you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your week. Go out and read some awesome comics, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.